Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Valley, the Juniata Valley Marching Band. And here come your Hornets.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing.
Can you hear me? Testing, testing, testing.
Go green! Team captain for the Golden Tide, number 7, Hunter Kasich, number 10, Tyler Dunn, number 71, Joshua Lagarde, and number 75, Matthew Shaw. For the Hornets, number 56, Logan Harpster, number 36, Vinnie Hoover, number 44, Zach Dick, and number 1, Bo Hoover.
Hello and welcome to A.R. Simpkins Memorial Field, home of the Juniata Valley Green Hornets. Tonight's matchup, we have the visiting Curwensville Golden Tide coming in to take on the Juniata Valley Hornets. Both teams come in with a record of 2-5, looking to get a win here at what is homecoming night at Juniata Valley. J. Max Hurley with you here, joined by Tony Payne.
What's up? What's up?
Another night for some high school football here. Beautiful evening. Captains are out on the field.
Half will receive. Gentlemen.
As you heard there from our head official, ever so slightly because I was a little delayed. The captains shake hands. We are just about underway.
Curwensville won the toss, deferred, and Juniata Valley's receiving.
And so we'll get to see the Hornet offense start this game out. Big shout out here to the HornetTV crew. A little short-staffed here this evening, but going to put on a great show, as always, here on HornetTV 2.0, the temporary home for Juniata Valley sports and other events.
Did you get a chance to look at those the Northern Lights last night, J. Max?
I did. Really cool. First time I've ever seen them.
Got some really good picks.
Kind of wondering, supposed to be out tonight as well. I don't think we'll see them here with all the stadium lights, but
Light pollution, you're right.
about the only place within 15 miles of here with actual light pollution. Well, I guess Huntington would throw off some light pollution.
Alexandria, too, if you're sent into town, you can't see much.
Okay. Set to kick for the Golden Tide. That's number 63, and I don't have a 63. That ball rolls under Bo Hoover's legs. He picks it up down inside his own 10 at the 6, and that's where he's met and brought down. Not the start that the Hornets wanted, but that's what they have, and I would like to point out that was Everett Adelman on the kick, number 63. I do have his number on my roster. So the Hornets will have it 1st and 10. They will spot the ball at the 6-yard lines. 94 yards. What do we think? You're going to do it? 94-yard drive, start this game? I think so.
I am saying yes.
Williams at quarterback. He lines up under center. Hoover in the backfield. Hoover's going to get the handoff. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but will fall forward. Gain about 2. We'll bring up a 2nd and 8. As you can see there in the background of your video, as we have a quick timeout here, or stoppage of play, I should say, for an injured Hornet. As I was saying, you can see there in the background, fairly new to the Valley here, some play clocks. Pretty neat, if you ask me. You see one there in the south end zone.
There it is.
That was almost the longest I've gone without saying it. Man in motion for the Hornets. I believe that is Hoover. Yes, it is. It's a pass. It's going to fall short of the intended receiver, number 44, Zach Dick. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
Number 5, Andrew Prince on the cover. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Hornets.
So 3rd and 8. Man in motion, number 7, Neary. Williams looks to pass, pump fakes. He tries to lay it out in front of Neary, and it hits him. Hits him on his back and falls incomplete.
Not quite sure what was going on there. You know, ever since Damien's debut here at home there weeks ago when he was throwing some good balls, he's been struggling throwing.
Definitely didn't look good there.
He hasn't had much time either. That plays a big factor. But
That is Zach Dick punting out of his own end zone. He'll get it down to about the 40. It'll bounce. That's Lincoln Hoyt as he watches it go inside the Golden Tide territory down to the 49-yard line. So the Golden Tide will have their first possession with pretty good field position. Much improved on the Hornets' field position to start that game. So with 10:54 on the clock, 1st and 10 for the Golden Tide. Tyler Dunn lines up at quarterback for the Golden Tide. Heavy receiver set team here. A lot of 4 and 5 wide based on what I watched in pregame. Of course, as Dunn hands the ball off on the very first play.
Oh, great play. Great penetration.
That is Andrew Pence on the carry. They'll mark him down pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose just about a half yard. Bring up 2nd and 10. 2 men on the far side, 3 men here to the near side. Dunn in the backfield by himself. Looking for some screens. Dunn's going to keep it, and he is hit and brought down. That is Logan Harpster on the sack there. Bring up 3rd and 12. I'll tell you, that's probably the best back-to-back plays this Hornet defense have had in about 4 weeks.
Yes, I totally agree.
I think last week you would see them have a great play, a negative play, and then turn around and give up a pretty big play back-to-back as we have trips on the far side, low man here on the near side. That is not done at quarterback. That is number 3, Lincoln Hoyt, and he throws a ball well over the intended receiver's arms. It's going to bring up 4th and 12.
That was old Ben Roethlisberger thrown with gloves on.
And it'll bring up the punt. Back deep to receive for the Hornets, number 1, Bo Hoover. Set the punt. That is Andrew Pence, number 5, for the Golden Tide. He's going to get it kicked off here from his own 35. It's angling out of bounds and lands out of bounds. See where the officials spot it here. Should be somewhere around the 26 or 7. It'll be at the 27-yard line, so the Hornets will have 1st and 10 from there to start their second drive this evening.
I see we're bringing in the B-team players to run some of the cameras. Looks like co-AD Toby Boyd's suiting up.
All hands on deck here for the last home game of the season.
I'll say A- team. I won't go B-team. I'll go A- team.
Well, we'll wait and we'll come back to you at halftime with that assessment, I think.
Give them the benefit of the doubt here initially.
As Williams lines up, man in motion is Neary. He will get
reverse.
Here comes the reverse. That's Hoover with it.
Oh.
Nothing doing. Hit hard. That's Caleb Hendershot.
Guess it's technically not a double reverse with a handoff, but
I don't know if we need to get too technical. I like double reverse. It's more exciting. Negative play nonetheless for the Hornet offense. 2nd and long. Might be too early to say this, but maybe this is what we're looking at tonight. Some defense. Maybe whatever offense can break out a big play here and there might be the difference as Hoover gets the toss. He runs over his own blocker, his own lineman there.
he cut that up pretty quick. That's designed usually to go around the outside, I think. I mean, I guess it could have been what hole he saw open up, but I feel like with his own man standing in there, there wasn't much room there.
He tried to make room, but he ended up tripping himself up. So 3rd and 8 now. Ball spotted just inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. They've got to get out to the 37-yard line. Williams looks to pass. He's got no time at all. He's being chased. Here comes a flag for holding as Williams throws it out of bounds and up over the fence and into the crowd. See what the flag is from our official, who is mic'd up.
Holding. Offense, number 60. That declined. 4th down.
Holding was the call. They decline it, and that'll send the punt unit out for the Hornets. Zach Dick stands at his own 15-yard line as the Golden Tide returner stands on the 40 as I await to get a number from him.
I think that's number 2. He's the one that threw the pass before.
It's number 2.
Yep.
Number
3.
3. And he muffs it. We have a flag coming in. I don't think this is going to be good news for the Hornets. They do recover it at the 36-yard line. Of course, might be holding here. We'll have to see. It was Lincoln Hoyt trying to return that punt. Ends up putting it on the ground. We'll see what the officials have to say here. Not sure the Hornet offense knows there was a flag. Head official coming over to talk to Coach Musser. It's going to be holding on the return team.
Holding. On the return team, number 7. That penalty will be declined. The result of the play is a 1st down for Juniata Valley.
So as you heard him say, holding on the return team, that penalty is declined. Juniata Valley recovers, and there's a big special teams play early on here in the first quarter. Still just under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Hornets will be set up with a 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That's a break where we haven't been getting the last few weeks, at least this early.
Exactly right, as Williams fakes the
Oh,
handoff.
He has.
He has Neary in the shallow. He goes
that.
deep. That was Zach Dick down around the 10-yard line. He had Neary wide open down there for about a 12-yard.
He had Norris, too, on a crossing route right in front of him for about 6.
He decided to take the long shot down into single coverage. Ball a little overthrown. Good coverage there for the Golden Tide defense. 2nd and 10. Lone man here to the near side is Hoover. I believe that's Rand on the far side as Hoover gets a handoff. That was Vinny Hoover on the handoff. The Hoover out wide that I was referring to would be Bo Hoover. Hoover gains 5, 3rd and 5 now at the 31-yard line. Quick snap here right to Hoover. He's going to be close, but just shy, it looks like. It's going to bring up a 4th and short.
I don't know. We got a pretty good spot on this side.
Yes, we did.
I think that's going to be worth a measurement, and we'll see what the official says.
Wow. That has to be a measurement. If you look to, yeah, yep. If I had to guess, this is going to be a 1st down based on that spot. That is a generous spot for sure.
I'm going to say we got it. Oh, easy.
Wow. What are we measuring that for is what I got to know.
Listen, there was a time when sometimes the lines may not have been the straightest on the field, so sometimes they had to do that.
Bring it out, double check, nothing wrong with that. So 1st and 10 after that Hoover 1st down run. Same formation here. I like this formation. We haven't seen that this year exactly as Hoover gets the direct snap. He has a big hole to run, 1 man to beat, and he's still on his feet, still fighting, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a play. Would not be denied.
Number 36, Vinny Hoover on the 26-yard touchdown run. He drug a man about 13 of those yards into the end zone. And they're lined up to go to same formation. Hoover gets it. He puts his head down. I don't think he's going to get it. Too many men there for the Golden Tide, and The 2-point attempt is unsuccessful, but with 7:02 on the clock, the Hornets put 6 up on the board first.
I like that formation. One thing they got to be careful, and I haven't got a number yet. I think it's number 7. Is getting excited and almost in motion coming out of his stance. So
we've seen that a few times from various members.
I just don't want a good play like that to be negated with the motion penalty. That's all.
Right, and the other thing to worry about, I hate to bring it up, but we've seen it too many times this season, formation like that, and have our center just snap it right over the head of Hoover. I honestly don't think that has happened when Williams or Rand have been in there at quarterback. I think it's only happened in that Wildcat formation.
Right.
So we'll see. So far, they've been perfect snaps. I'm sure the coaching staff has worked on that many, many times throughout the last couple weeks in practice. Two men back deep for the Golden Tide. One of them is Lincoln Hoyt, number 3. He's on the far side as Zach Dick will do the kicking for the Hornets. Dick is set. Kick is a low one. It's going toward Hoyt. It bounces at the 25 and it's rolling. Hoyt lets it go and it's going to go out of bounds. There's the flag. It almost died there right at the end.
Free kick infraction, kicking team. He did say 35.
Some difficulties there, figuring out what's going on.
Going to put the ball in play at the 35-yard line. First down, Curwensville.
All right, so it looks like they will take the ball to 35. Golden Tide will have it there. They trail by 6 now. Dunn lines back up at quarterback, trips on the far side, lone man here on the near side. Dunn gets it. He will hand it off to number 5, Pence. He goes around the far side and will gain maybe 5 or 6. We'll see where they spot it here. Looks like 6. Oh, maybe 7. Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. It's definitely number 5 on that carry. I will say it's kind of tough seeing the Golden Tide's jersey numbers. I don't know what it is about it, but Dunn looks to pass. He has pressure in his face. He has a man wide open, and it's overthrown. That was Butler, the intended receiver.
They're looking at each other like, hey, is that you, me, you, me?
I like the play call there on a 2nd and 3.
He had him, too, wide open.
So now 3rd and 3 play on the way. We have 2 men here on the near side, 2 men on the far side. I believe that's Pence to the left of Dunn. It's going to be a QB keeper all the way. And he's brought down after a gain of maybe half a yard, maybe a yard. Bring up 4th and 2. This will be interesting.
They got to punt this.
I agree, but boy, it doesn't look like it. Offense is on the field.
We don't know, I don't know if we got enough guys over here.
We don't. Here it comes. Yep. Defensive coach is telling them not to jump off sides. That's not what they're doing there. Hand the ball off to Pence, and there.
What a mistake.
Nothing. Wow. What a stop there from the defense. Interesting call. I mean,
I totally disagree with that call.
I do too. I mean, I get it. I mean, listen, let's be real here. We got 2 2 and 5 teams going here, but that's not there's really no benefit to going for it in that
No.
position. There's just
No.
not.
Not in the first quarter.
No, not at all. Not when you haven't had success running the ball yet. It's not like they've gotten some chunk plays here and there at this point. So turnover on downs as it is. 1st and 10, ball spot at the 40.
Great field position again.
Took 3 or 4 plays.
Off that last turnover. Yeah.
Now Williams under center. Similar formation, but Williams lines up under center. Hoover gets it. He has some room to run here. He's going to be met by a few Golden Tide defenders and will be brought down at the 31, maybe 2-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. About 32-yard line, gain of 8 on the play. Once again, like to thank everyone for joining with us here on the temporary channel here, HornetTV 2.0, as we try to still get our Hornet TV channel back at some point. Williams hands the ball off to Hoover. Nice hole for him to run in. He stood up, still standing, and then falls over. He'll have a 1st down and then some.
I think they're going to get their filling of him tonight, which isn't a bad thing.
Definitely not a bad thing. It's number 3, Rand, coming on the field for number 1, Bo Hoover.
Crowd's pretty quiet. Don't hear too many disgruntled fans so far.
No. Pretty good crowd here on homecoming, as always. Different formation now. Hoover to the right of Williams, 2 men in motion. I still look for him to get the ball. Oh, there it is. I jinxed it.
J-Max.
That's all me. Wow. The whole season worth of work, and I just threw it down the drain.
Yes.
Unreal. Well, I take back everything I've ever said. High snap. Williams is able to fall on it, but not until it comes to a rest back at the 46-yard line. It's a lot longer than 26.
Yeah, it's 30, about 30. I saw the clock operator adjust it. What is it, 10, about 31?
Yep, I would agree with that. So 2nd and forever. Williams going to have to pass here now. He throws it to Rand, and it's off his hands. A couple of defenders there ready to knock that ball out if he catches it, but still like to see him try to pull that in a little bit. We'll bring up 3rd and 30. How many times have we seen that this year, though? That's the frustrating thing for the Hornet offense. They've displayed the ability to move the ball pretty much every game they've played, even last week in a blowout loss, but self-induced mistakes as they have 3rd and 30. Look for Hoover to get the ball here. Nope, they are going to pass it. He has a man. That would be Neary. It's tight coverage.
Oh, there's a flag there.
There's got to.
All right. All right.
Okay. It wasn't blatant, but could have been a flag for sure. 4th and 30. They will punt the ball away here. Zach Dick gets set to punt. He stands on his own 35. Back deep to receive is Lincoln Hoyt. He's put one on the ground. He stands on his own 15, which is, by the way, basically what the Hornets would need for a 1st down. Good snap. Punt is off.
Close.
A poor punt, but a really good bounce. A great bounce, that is. It'll go inside the 10 down to about the 9. Definitely not the drive the Hornets wanted there, but they will take back and the Golden Tide offense up inside the 10.
We've had a couple decent negative plays here. Maybe we can get them back there against the goal line. See, I'm saying things that if it comes to fruition will be good. Not, we haven't seen the ball snapped over the quarterback's head yet.
Well, I'd say it's a rookie mistake of mine, but I've done this
enough.
Listen,
the pros do it all the time. Professional broadcaster and field goals, that's the death jinx.
As Dunn lines up, trips here on the near side. He's keeping it all the way, and he's hit.
I'm telling you.
There it is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tony Romo in the booth once again. He's dropped down, loss of 5. Man, that's an interesting play call there. I mean, I get it, that's your offense, but loss of 6 actually. Maybe, nope, 5. I was right the first time, don't second guess myself. My ability to jinx has gotten me off the game now. Ball spotted at the 4-yard line, under 3 to play in the first. Curwensville, they are trailing by 6. I'd like to take a moment to shout out Golden Tide alumni Sean Harker, teacher at Tyrone. He's watching this evening. As the ball is handed off there. And we're going to have an injury timeout.
It's like a couple.
Yep, it's
Golden Tide.
It's going to be a Golden Tide offensive player down. We'll take a quick break here. And we're back here after that injury timeout. Great sign here to see the offensive lineman walk off under his own power. He was down for a little bit there. Definitely a scary scene for a moment, but good to see him walk off under his own power. And we'll have a 3rd and 13 now for the Tide offense. Dunn has a man to his left. Believe that is Pence. Trips on the far side. Lone man here to the near side would be Butler. Dunn's looking to pass. He throws it. Man open. Man really open. That would be
number 7.
I believe that is number 7. Hunter Kasich. Nice play there from the Tide offense. Gets them a first down. Gain of 16 on the play. 1st and 10. Trips here to the near side. Lone man to the far side. Dunn looks to pass. He throws it. It's going to fall incomplete. Led his receiver, Hoyt, too far.
Pass falls incomplete, intended for number 3, Lincoln Hoyt. Number 19, Gavin Smith on the coverage.
I noticed they hit their pass plays. Aside from that last one, it was just he sat up in the zone there, are all almost timing plays. Like he knows where he thinks the receiver is going to be, and that's why he's missing them.
Right. And he's had virtually no time. He had some time there to throw, but he's being rushed pretty quick. And this is going to be, I think that was an option play. He keeps it himself and bounces it back to the far side. He gets the first down and then some, makes another cut, and breaks another tackle. He's across the 50, down inside the 40 now, and he'll be tripped up by a defensive back. That's Hoover on the tackle, but not until he gets down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Flag on the play. I don't know how I just missed that completely. We do have a flag. Boy, I don't know how I missed that so obviously. I feel like I'm the only person here that didn't know. That's why. Inadvertent flag throw would be my guess.
I wasn't watching the official, but he probably got pretty excited and just it fell out of his pocket as he was sprinting down the field. Although he had her tucked in there pretty deep, or maybe it come out the bottom of his pant leg.
Dunn has a man open, and it is bobbled and dropped.
We got some tall receivers. 7, I don't know. You have the paper there. I don't know if it has their.
No, I don't have any heights. I do not have any heights. But yeah, that number 7 there, Kasich, he is tall. That would be Butler, also very tall. Dunn looks to pass. He rolls. He gets it off to Kasich, and a holding call is coming. I saw that one. The official actually took his time, threw a nice flag. Offensive lineman didn't have a choice on that one.
Holding. White, number 75, be a 10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
If he doesn't hold on that play doesn't produce anything positive. So the ball we spotted back at the 48-yard line. 2nd and 20. With 81 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Look at you. Breaking it down into second. I like it.
I had to make up for that jinx earlier. I got to go professional broadcaster here.
We can go, this is 2nd and 60 feet. I mean, if we want to start going, oh my.
And a beautiful play here from Dunn. This is going to result in 6 points unless something happens.
Oh,
down. Wow.
He slowed down.
He definitely slowed down. Pence is much faster than that, and he just kind of slowed up. I don't know if.
It almost looked like he saw someone coming from his right side, but he didn't really see the guy chasing him down.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think he was waiting for a blocker for that other guy. Looks like that is the case on the replay. That makes more sense. But what might have been a touchdown results in a big play nonetheless. Ball spot at the 18-yard line. 2 men on the far side, 2 men on the near side. Dunn with a man to his left. He's looking to pass. He has a man open in the middle. He doesn't see him. He throws it behind the intended receiver, Hoyt. Wouldn't have done much if he catches that. In fact, he might have lost 1 or 2, but it'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 now.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Curwensville.
Cooling off here at Juniata Valley. Beautiful night for high school football.
Not sure if you mentioned tonight's homecoming here at Valley.
I'm not sure if I did or not. I may have in the opening. Well, that was about it. It is homecoming. As Dunn looks to pass, he's going to throw one into the end zone. And it is well overthrown. It'll fall incomplete.
somebody's got a walking taco here in front of me. I can smell it. Unless they're serving nachos, which
I see nachos.
is a possibility.
I see nachos. As soon as you said that, I started looking, and then I can smell it when I leave my head out here. There's a nice looking plate of nachos down there.
I see a big, yep.
I had a delicious hot sausage sandwich, special here at the band concession stand down here. It was delicious there pregame. As Dunn looks to pass on 3rd and 10, he's going to throw another one up, and it's not going to have a chance. Almost like another timing throw.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's he. You know, you got to at least give. I mean, that receiver's got 6-8 inches on our D-backs, and you got to give him a chance to make a play, and it's just not happening.
And so that'll bring up a 4th and 10 now. I like this decision to go for it. Clearly, they're not kicking it here. Not in high school football. As Dunn has Pence to his right. He's looking to pass. He throws one. It's going to be overthrown by 5 yards.
Okay, Valley takes over.
Wow. There's almost an anticlimactic play there. I'm not sure why. No reaction from the fans here on the home side. A couple were clapping, I guess, but it was just very odd. I was like, I missed something. Like maybe I thought there was a flag down, but the Hornets will have it with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. They lead by 6 over the Golden Tide. 1st down and 10. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line.
I was going to say, I wonder when we were going to. I don't know. He's under center.
Williams is under center. Basically the same formation. It's just a handoff. I mean, it's not a whole lot different, and they do hand the ball off to Hoover. He'll gain a yard before he's thrown backward and down. And that will be our last play of the first quarter. And as the first quarter comes to an end, Juniata Valley will lead Curwensville 6-0. Once again, I'd like to thank the HornetTV crew for putting on a broadcast here this evening. I've gotten some positive text messages from people watching at home. I've been told the audio levels are good.
Okay.
I hope that is the case because I can turn about 3 knobs out here, and that's the only thing I know what to do. 3 knobs and 3 mute buttons. That's about it. Story of that first quarter, a couple mistakes, really on both sides. But defenses, they've been holding up. A little bit bend but don't break.
Yeah, we haven't gone back to the Wildcat formation, basically, that we had some success with.
Look to see if we see some Wildcat plays here in the second quarter. I wonder if part of that is the issue with the snapping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say, but it's also, I mean, it is a different play when they're under center. That does give them more options.
Yeah, but he's really not lining up any different as far as depth goes.
Right.
So now I did hear from my youngest brother, who was a center, said that shotgun snaps are harder than you think.
I'll take his word for it. As Williams pitches it to Hoover, he has some room to run there, and then it'll be brought down from behind right around the 24-yard line. See where they spot it here. It's going to be 3rd and medium. That might be the first time all season I use the word medium. Third and 4 here for the Hornets. They've been content with keeping the ball on the ground really for the most part, which has been successful. I look to see them do the same thing here with Hoover in the backfield with Williams. He will fake the handoff, and he throws
There's
it.
that drag.
There it is. That's Norris, and he'll step out of bounds. Actually, no, he didn't step out of bounds. He was pushed out of bounds, so he got a couple more yards out of that. He'll have a first down and then some. Ball will be spotted right around the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
I'm sure the Hornet coach has said, look, if we run this again, you don't need to look for the home run.
Exactly.
We had 2 guys open the last time, Hit one of them.
That they did. Williams under center. Hoover with it.
Nice.
Another nice run. Gain of about 14 on the play. Just twice on that play. He was kind of able to get skinny and break a tackle.
Yep.
Same formation, right to the line. Hoover gets it again, this time on the left side. He's pushing hard. He's nearing a first down. He'll be dropped after about a gain of 9. And he comes right back. He's ready for another. Looks like he has a ripped jersey from here.
Oh, that'll just make it even better.
Exactly.
I hope somebody grabs it and rips clean off.
And he gets it again, and there it is.
Trying.
He's going to have a first down. And forward progress did stop, according to the officials, but he still fell forward. We'll have a first down. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like assistant coach Grant Musser might be calling the offensive plays. Maybe?
I don't know.
That would be a change here.
I know he's not up here, which he's usually in the press box.
Shout out to Grant, former Hornet broadcast member. As Hoover gets it again, more room to run. This is what you like to see.
Yeah, right here.
You got something working, it's high school football. This isn't the pro. You can just keep going right back to it. Under center is Williams. Dick and Neary in the backfield with Hoover, who gets the handoff. And he stood up and then pushed backward. He'll still gain about 2 on the play. Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. Third and 3 now.
Short 3, long 2.
Different formation here, but Hoover is still going to get the handoff.
They had good. Curwensville had some good penetration there.
That they did, and it'll stop them about 2 yards shy of a first down. Looks like the Hornets are going to take their time, huddle up here. I like that decision, kind of get them some time to catch their breath here on this 4th and 2 play.
Now that time those guys shot those gaps pretty hard. I don't know if I wouldn't go up under center and, well, you know what I'd run, but.
Timeout, Juniata Valley. First timeout of the half.
So timeout for Juniata Valley there. Don't hate that call with 8:40 here with a 4th and 2. One thing I will say, though, they had those defenders. I mean, they were winded. They were trying to catch their breath there. But
yeah, and I can tell you that you get tired tackling someone like Hoover play after play after play after play. And he looks like he's got enough stamina to keep her going. So
if you're calling this play here, 4th and 2, I mean, you'd have to assume that they're going to give it to Hoover here, but maybe this is the time to do a little play action.
Yep. Little fake bootleg and a little, someone should be open in the flat. Either that or fake it to Hoover, or counter to, how are we lining up here? A little power formation here.
It's been their bread and butter to this evening. Williams under center. He's going to give it right to Hoover. Why not? Wow, look at that run. One man to beat. He is going to be brought down inside the 10 and down inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. Love the call there for the Hornets, and they will go right back to the line. Here we go. Late substitution, maybe. Oh, that's going to be 12 men on the field. Has to be 12 men on the field. There's the flag. Great call. Great play calling here for the Hornets. Waiting on the call from the official here.
illegal substitution defense, 5-yard penalty down.
Difficulty there with the official mic, but what he was saying there was legal substitution. There was 12 men on the field there, and it'll be half the distance to the goal. Replay first down. Hornets come right to the line. Everyone in this place knows exactly where this ball is going. So let's watch Hoover as he tries to take it in for another touchdown. There he gets it, and he's hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be close, and he will be short of the goal line. Tell you, this near side official was going in like he was ready to call it.
I know, he was. I'm like, if you're walking in there where you're at, that's a score.
And a QB sneak. Yep, touchdown. There it is. Boy, all you quarterbacks out there, you love that. Let your running back do all the work.
Listen.
Get down there to the goal line.
Yep.
When with just over 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Hold on a second. Did I miss something?
Did he line up under center? I wasn't.
Williams was on the field. Boy, if I missed that, that's something else. Well, whoever scored the touchdown, it gives the Hornets 12, and they're going to line up to go for 2 here. Williams under center. Hoover in the backfield. Oh, wow. Great penetration there from the Golden Tide.
He virtually came untouched.
So after that failed 2-pointer, 12-0 will remain our score. With 8:03 remaining. I would say the most important thing that happened on that drive for the Hornets, they just kept running the ball.
Yeah.
Don't get cute, don't get fancy, just keep it going. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening here on HornetTV 2.0, which this broadcast will be the last home football game of the season, which means that Tony and I will be done joining you on Hornet TV until, I'm assuming, next year. Although you never know. Sometimes we get into talking about the goalpost being crooked and some officials,
They'll
some
review
questionable things.
Right, they'll review our, they'll review the film and see if they'll bring us back. But now the highlight would be right here when they announce it's 50-50, and I got the number.
Maybe the clock operator will win it.
I mean, I guess he could also. Wouldn't be bad.
Dick's kick goes back inside the 15-yard line, picked up by number
tackle.
3. Great tackle. Flag coming in here on the backside. We'll see what that is.
Number 3, holding on the return for the Golden Tide. Brought down by number 1, Bo Hoover. Penalty flag on the play.
See what this flag is. I'd like to point out,
It's almost got to be a block in the back.
you'd have to think that's what it is.
Well, it looks like it's going against the Hornets.
During the return, holding number 40, return team, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So after the good kick coverage, the holding penalty will send them back 10 more yards. So now the ball is spotted at the
17, looks like.
17-yard line. No, not that this really matters to anybody at home there, but during that 50-50 raffle, when the kids were bringing up the winning number, first of all, I'd like to thank them for not walking in front of me while the game is happening, but the amount of chaos that adds out here trying to call the game, it really pushes on my ability to focus as the Golden Tide have it 1st and 10 here. A little pitch out to
Great coverage.
number 5, Andrew Pence. That is excellent coverage. But yeah, no idea who those kids from JV were, but I do appreciate them not walking in front of me while I was talking. But nonetheless, it still is a distraction that is a challenge. But I guess that's maybe something to look at. Maybe it's in the budget for next year. We have our own spot maybe. Build a second deck on this thing. Yeah, who knows? Although I'll have to say we'll probably have to bring in more than a couple hundred views to justify that.
Yes.
Trips there on the near side. Dunn's going to drop back to pass.
Same play, other side.
Play, and the Hornet defenders are there. Don't want to have a fault. Yep, face mask. I think it was a face mask. That was Hoyt who wanted the call. I was about ready to call it, to be completely honest with you. Check the replay out here. Oh, boy, that was close. I think he just had his hand on it there, did the Hornet defender, but he didn't really pull it. So lots of a few on the play, 3rd and 12 now. Just over 6.5 to play. Hornets are looking to get the ball back, still have plenty of time and 2 timeouts and want to go up 3 scores here. As Dunn looks to pass, and there he gets to his wide open receiver. That is Kasich.
He stood there and waved his arms, jumped up in the air, waved them again, and the quarterback finally saw him and put it in there.
First and 10. Good job there on Dunn not to panic. He had a defender coming right at his face, but he got the ball out there. Nice pitch and catch for a first down. He'll take the snap here, and there's nowhere for him to run. Wow. Hornet defense, they have come to play. And it is pretty obvious to me that they are outweighed. Oh, there is a penalty flag. I thought he threw one, but I think it just kind of came out of his hand. He didn't really throw it.
Face mask, 5 yards. Defense number 7, 5 yards. Replay first down.
Replay first, okay.
So it's going to be a 1st and 5 now after the face mask on the defense. So Dunn will now set up with Trips on the far side, Lone Man on the near side, and Pence to his left. Man in motion is number 3, Lincoln Hoyt. Great defense there from Zach Dick.
Number 3, Lincoln Hoyt on the carry. Brought down in the backfield by number 44, Zach Dick.
That was Anthony Neary that almost broke that play up sooner. And for a second, it didn't look great because he didn't contain, but.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't force him up inside, but it actually slowed him up enough that the other kid came up and made the tackle.
And so now it's 2nd and 8. And
wide open again.
Wide open again, indeed.
They got that soft spot in that zone. And
Lazier on the reception there. I completely missed who came up with that one. 1st and 10 for the Golden Tide. This has probably been, I mean, they had a drive earlier in the game that they went down the field, but this has probably been their most solid drive so far, which isn't really saying a whole lot. As Dunn drops back to pass, he looks, and oh, he almost brought it in. A little hand fighting going on there between Butler and Wyrick. Butler had his hands on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try to push off, and then he just eased up and reached up and almost come down with it.
Pretty good coverage there from Wyrick.
Yeah,
Wasn't open by any means.
But like I said, he's probably got, what, 6 inches, 8 inches on him?
Every bit of it. Wish I had their heights here, but I do not. So 2nd and 10. Dunn's keeping this himself all the way, and he's brought down right around the line of scrimmage. I think it'll be a loss on the play. Yeah, we're right at the line of scrimmage, it looks like. No, they will drop him back for a loss. It's going to be a 3rd and a long 10. keep looking at that far side ball marker, and they move that quite often until they get settled into where they're spotting the ball. Trips on the far side for the Golden Tide. Dunn's going to look to pass here. He has a man down here who's well covered. Same story there as the first down play. That is Wyrick on the coverage. Butler intended receiver. 4th and 10. Now earlier in the game, they kind of went for it on in a similar situation. It wasn't a 4th and 10. It was shorter than that, but this 4th and 10.
It was worse field position.
That is the case. Set to punt. That is Pence, low line driver. It'll bounce.
Easy.
Smart decision there from Hoover to let that one roll and come to a rest, where the Hornets will take over 1st and 10, leading by 12. I think at halftime, we're going to have to see if our camera operators can zoom in and see if we can get some northern light action. I don't know if that's even possible. I don't even know if it's happening right now. Can't tell, but they can probably zoom through the light pollution a little bit. Or maybe I'm absolutely crazy as Williams hands the ball off to Hoover. Lots of room to run. A couple broken tackles. A couple men to miss. Make miss there. He's going to be down inside the 50 and brought down hard from behind. Doesn't bother him. Big run there for the Hornets. 1st down and then some. Ball spot at the 42-yard line. They're right back at it. Williams under center. Hoover's shirt is ripping even more. He's going to get it again here. Going to the left side. Not really a hole there, but he's still going to get a few out of it.
Chain gang wasn't even set.
Now the Hornets will slow it down a little bit. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. 3 minutes here to play in the first half.
So here's what's happening. They're calling the plays from up here. They brought the offensive coordinator up, and he's relaying the plays down to Grant. Seems to be what's happening.
Williams has Hoover behind him. He's going to look to pass. Boy, he has no time. He gets out. He's got to get rid of it and does. It'll be an incomplete pass. He was hit fairly hard on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 8. I like that play call, though. 2nd and long.
Yeah, mixing it up a little bit.
I mean, this is 4-down territory. Do you think we see Hoover with the ball again here? At the very least, you're going to run some more time off the clock.
Grand into the game, I think.
He goes in, and Bo Hoover comes out. A little switch up there. Might be, nope, he's going out wide. I thought maybe they're going to have some tight formation there and did that for blocking, but same formation. And Williams is going to roll out. He has ran, but he goes to the first down marker option, which is Norris.
Norris takes the ball to the 30-yard line and not for a Hornets first down.
First down play, and there's another touchdown. Hoover with it. There are no flags down. 3rd touchdown of the game for the Hornets. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remain here on the clock. So the Hornets will go for 2 here.
Comes this Wildcat.
Hoover with it. Boy, that's just not there.
There's times when everyone's got a hat on a hat, and then there's other times when it looks like there's not a soul out there blocking. But Score says 18-zip. Favor of the Hornets. Here we go. Let's see if
The red 50-50 tickets, good for $258.
$250 50-50 ticket. Being announced here at homecoming night at Juniata Valley. Boy, the dramatic pause.
I know, right?
And the pause continues.
The winning number,
There we go.
760-1155. 760-1155.
I don't hear a clock operator running through the press box.
No, and I'm not getting up either, so.
So we'll wait to see how long it is. Someone comes up to me to try to collect their money. I need to hold a sign up at this point. Please go to the other end of the press box. So if you hear me saying that here shortly, you know what's happening at home. So the Golden Tide are going to get the ball back here with just over 2 to play. All 3 of their timeouts, they trail by 18. Dick kicks it. It's going to bounce inside the 20. It's picked up by
Good
Hoyt.
coverage.
Great coverage, but a beautiful move there from Hoyt. He's going to get something out of this. And he's hit right around the 32-yard line. We'll mark him out at the 33, it looks like. Smith on the tackle there. And so then we're going to have a 1st and 10. Ball spot at the 33-yard line. Golden Tide, they look to put some points up on the board here late in the first half as they trail by 3 scores. Trips on the far side. Dunn lines up in shotgun. He's going to throw it. It's a low throw, but it is picked up.
Easy.
And I believe we're going to have a timeout called by the defense. That is the case.
The winner of this week's $500 gas drawing is Matthew Parks. Matthew Parks.
Timeout. Juniata Valley.
Push the board over to the concession stand on the visitor
So
side.
we had a timeout call there by the Hornets on that 2nd and 5. Or after that after the first down, 5-yard play. There we go. And we got a buck 46 on the. So the Hornets are going to have 1 timeout remaining here as we deal with a little bit of, I don't want to say audio issues because I've been told it is sounding pretty good, but it can always be better. Coming out of this timeout, we're going to have a 2nd and 5 for the Golden Tide. A little aggressive here for the Hornets. Take their timeout. They're going to look to get the ball back here and get more points up on the board. Big shout out to the seniors on the Hornet football team. They'll be playing their last game here this evening on homecoming night. So it's 2nd and 5. Dunn lines up at quarterback. He drops back to pass. He looks to throw. And it is it'll fall incomplete. As I predicted, the 50-50 winner walks in front of me. Could not see anything what happened on that play. All good, though. So after the incompletion, it'll be 3rd and 5. Golden Tide line up. Have 3 men here to the near side, a lone man on the far side. And it's going to be a pass out wide here. It's going to be a 1st down. That is Butler on the reception.
50-50 won by Vaughn Watson. Those of you that know Vaughn.
Timeout. Curwensville, their first of the half.
And so Curwensville, they elect to call a timeout here with a minute and a half to play. 92 seconds to be exact. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Still have 54 yards to go here to get some points up on the board before the end of the first half. I will try to get this at some point. I don't know if we will be with you at halftime for homecoming festivities or not. I'm assuming we will be, but whether we are or not, Tony and I will be joining back with you shortly before the beginning of the second half. But we still have some time here in the first half. Curwensville, they have the ball. They trail by 3 scores. They still have 2 timeouts remaining and 54 yards to go here to try to put some points up. Dunn, he looks to pass. He's being pushed from behind. That ball is hit. He does get it out, and it's going to be incomplete. And we're going to have an injured Hornet on the play. We will take a brief break. And so after that injury timeout, good to see the injured Hornet get up and run off the field.
Looks like he hit his funny bone.
That is my guess as well.
It's not too funny. Did you increase my volume, Jay?
Well,
I can hear myself a little bit better. Oh, he's winding the clock.
After an incomplete pass?
I shut it off.
Okay.
Or clock operator did.
Well, you reached over and shut it off. Yeah, I think they're going to discuss this. Or maybe not.
121.
Yeah, he wound it. Sorry about that. He wound it. I didn't know why. I clicked it on and then I shut.
So after the clock operator was following directions and told he made a mistake, 121 on the clock, which is accurate. Clock will run on the snap here. Dunn looks to pass. He's pushed up.
Oh, what a play.
Oh, and then he's hit
Easy.
hard. That's Zach Dick on that tackle. And that is Coach Muster running in wanting a timeout.
He grabbed a hold of his arm and was like, okay, you're not going anywhere.
All kinds of excitement here up in the booth this evening. Love a timeout called by the Hornets, their last.
Timeout. Juniata Valley, their final timeout of the half.
You know, I really need to let him talk. I just stole his thunder. But still not used to it. I don't know if I'll ever get used to having an official mic. Shout out to him for using it. So that timeout will set us up with a 3rd and 6 with 70 seconds remaining in the first half. Hornets lead by 18. And the ball spotted at the Golden Tide 49-yard line.
Hartslog Day tomorrow for those of you in the area. I think the weather's supposed to be nice, which will be a nice change for the last couple years, I think.
You know, you'd think Hartslog Day, that's like a rite of passage for everyone. I've never been, which is kind of crazy to say out loud. As Dunn throws one, he's going to have a first down. Ball will be spotted down around the 40-yard line. First and 10 from there. And the Golden Tide hurry right back to the line. Dunn's going to pass it again. Gets a quick one off. Good open field tackle there as Hoyt is brought down after a gain of, we'll see, about 5. And we'll have a timeout called by the Golden Tide.
Timeout, Curwensville. Their second of the half.
Now I smell fries.
Yep, I smell them too. Every time you say that, I got to lean my head out the door. Big shout out to both sides of the concession stand this evening. Hot sausage is a special down here on the band side. Had one of those for myself before the game.
Curwensville's putting together a nice little drive here.
And have extended this first half by a few minutes here. 52 seconds remain. 2nd and 5.
I feel a tipped pass interception coming.
And here comes the pass. Almost brought down. He's directing traffic. He throws one. And it's not tipped, but it is intercepted. So I'm not going to count that. I don't care.
Oh, come on now.
I'm not. No chance.
I think one of our own defenders tipped it. No, I don't know. Watch the replay.
I am watching. Nope, that was clean. But I'll give you half credit.
Okay.
I'll give you
I'll take half credit.
Actually, I'll give you a passing grade, whatever that is. I'll give you a passing grade. That was an exceptional call. And now the Hornets have it with 42 seconds. I think you got to hand the ball off to Hoover here. I mean, you don't typically hand the ball off with no timeouts. Although
we have one. I think they have one.
I thought it was all. I thought we used them all, but okay.
Yeah, maybe.
And they're going to pass it here. Williams looking. He throws back across the field. Man, he should have just let that one drop. Clock rolls under 25 seconds. Hornets hurry to the line. 2nd and 6. Williams looks to pass. He throws one, and it's intercepted. Oh, no, that's dangerous. That is not what you want to see. That is Kasich with it, with the interception. Unfortunate there. 9 seconds remain here in the first half. So now 1st and 10.
They may have 2 plays here, maybe.
They have 1 time out. Ball spot at the 37. Their success on that last drive was mainly that 5 to 10 yard throw. Dunn looks to throw over the middle of the field. He gets one off, and it's going to be intercepted. Here comes Hoover. There's going to be no time remaining after this, so he's going to try to put it in the end zone. He makes a man miss, and he's tripped up as he crosses the 30. So 3 interceptions in the last 4 plays, and that'll be the end of the first half.
He's come.
And so at the end of the first half, we have a score of 18-0 in favor of the Hornets. They'll head into halftime with a 3-touchdown lead. We will be back with you shortly before the beginning of the second half. And I think we will be with you for homecoming festivities. If we're not, I do apologize. We'll be back shortly before the second half. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to A.R. Simpkins Memorial Field. J. Max Hurley with you this evening alongside Tony Payne. Tony, what are your thoughts on the first half?
When it was clicking, Hornets had a dominant run offense. And, you know, the Curwensville went to the well one too many times, trying to work the ball down the field, passing it, but they just really couldn't stop the run. They had a couple good plays stopping it, but I think you're going to see a lot more of Hoover again in the second half.
I would agree. Both teams warming back up here out of halftime. We'll start with the second half here in about 2 minutes. Once again, I'd like to thank the Hornet TV crew for producing an outstanding high school broadcast here at Juniata Valley. I'd like to take a moment and thank everyone for joining us this evening, watching the broadcast. No, I do not have any numbers as to how many are watching, but it doesn't matter. I don't care if there's only one person out there listening. I'd still do it. It's entertaining, especially when the Hornets are.
It's kind of fun to think maybe it's just you and I talking to each other.
Yeah. That is a new perspective. I never really thought of it like that. I'm just glad to have someone to talk to, because there for a while, well, most every football game I ever called, I was just talking to myself. Definitely been a benefit this year, I think, not only for me, but for the quality of the broadcast.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed it, so it's been good.
Still got one half to call here. Hopefully the Hornets can finish strong at home for this season. They will be on the road next week.
Curwensville gets the ball, I believe, correct?
I believe so, yes. That would be number 44, Zach Dick, out to kick for the Hornets. The Golden Tide are in desperate need of a scoring drive here. We've had a few successful drives, ended by interception, turnover on downs, and I believe that's it. A couple turnover on down drives and a couple interceptions. And we are just about underway here in the second half. Back deep to receive for the Golden Tide, number 3, Lincoln Hoyt, and number 14, Cale Butler. Zach Dick is ready to kick. Boy, he doesn't take any time there. He just goes. It'll bounce inside the 20. Picked up by Hoyt there at the 15. Decent coverage there, and it'll be hit out of bounds as he crosses the 30. And not sure what that was, a little extracurricular there. But the Golden Tide will have the ball, 1st and 10. They trail by 3 scores. We'll see what they can muster up here. See if they made any halftime adjustments as they head toward the north end of the field here at Juniata Valley. It's cooled off considerably here. Beautiful, calm evening. And here we go. Dunn at quarterback. He's a man to his right and 3 men out of the far side, 1 man here to the near side. He's going to look to pass here on 1st and 10. He hits.
Oh, there it is.
And there it is. That is number 6, Dalton Wyrick. And that is not what the Golden Tide wanted to start their opening drive of the second half. And that's exactly what the Hornet defense wanted, as Wyrick gets an interception there. And so now we will have 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Ball spot at the 25-yard line. And here comes that same formation. Hoover gets it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think they may have done something to his jersey. It looked like it was fixed in some manner. We'll gain a few. Bring up a 2nd and 7 now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He lines up behind Williams. Fake handoff. Williams throws a dart.
Touch, please.
And that's going to be an interception. Butler with it. Boy, he threw a laser there, and he just didn't need to.
No, not at all.
Well, that is now 5 interceptions in the last 7 plays. I think I'm right on that. It's something like that. So that would be the 6th turnover of the game. If you go back to the muff punt that the Golden Tide had early on in the first quarter, early on in the first half, I should say. And so now the Golden Tide have it 1st and 10. They're looking for a do-over here on their first drive, which is now their 2nd drive. Dunn takes the snap, and he's keeping it himself. He breaks a tackle, but he is hit immediately again and still on his feet, and is eventually brought down by about 3 Hornets. He'll get about 3 on the carry. 2nd down and 7 now.
They've ran that play probably half a dozen times and for a net gain of maybe 10 yards.
Pass by Dunn. That's going to be a 1st down. That is Lincoln Hoyt on the reception. First and 10, ball spot at the 35-yard line. Trips here to the near side, lone man on the far side. Looks like Pence to the right of Dunn. Dunn looks to pass. Oh wow. He gets through it. And he's going to have a 1st down and more. He makes another man miss and is brought down across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. What a run.
The run was good. The escape was better.
That is the case. And so this is exactly what the Golden Tide wanted on their first drive. And I think they're just going to forget about their actual first drive of the second half. 2 minutes are away here in the second half. Golden Tide trailed by 3 scores. Trips to the near side. Dunn looks to pass. He gets rid of it. Dangerous pass across the middle of the field behind his intended receiver, Butler. Well, I thought that pass was to Butler, but maybe I was mistaken. But it'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Feel like I'm on repeat when I say trips to one side and lone man to the other. As Dunn looks to pass once again, he's going to flee the pocket up through the middle. He's going to try to get the edge, and he is grabbed a hold by Dalton Wyrick, and he's brought down, but not after he gets enough for a 1st down. Ball spot at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Pence to the right of Dunn. Dunn rolls out to his right, dumps it off into the flat. That is Hoyt.
Oh.
And he just ends up in the end zone. Wow. Unreal.
Looked like the Hornets thought, okay, he's going out of bounds, and he just hooked a hard left and
into the end zone he goes.
Up the field he went, and just like that.
And just like that, we're back down to a 12-point lead in favor of the Hornets. Still going to be a 2-score lead, as it looks like the Golden Tide, they're going to look to kick here, I think. Yes, they will. As Everett Adelman, he's ready to kick. Decent snap. The hold looks good. The kick is a laser, but it is no good. Pushed it to the left side, so we have a score of 18-6. This has not been the night for any extra point attempts. That is for sure. 0 for 4 on the night. So with 9:08 to play in the third quarter, the Golden Tide, they're able to come out of halftime after a brief interception and then another interception back and forth from both offenses. They drive down the field fairly easily, put 6 points on the board, and we have a ball game here.
Yeah, we'll see what the Hornets can do here next possession.
I like to think they're just going to hand that ball off. Keep a hold of the possession arrow and keep giving it to Hoover. That's been working.
Number 63, Everett Adelman, to kick off for the Golden Tide. Number 23, Aaron O. Number 24, Bobby Hess, and number 1, Bo Hoover. Back deep.
3 men back deep to receive for the Hornets. Adelman set the kick. Boy, he almost had a couple guys offsides as the, I would guess you would call that an onside kick attempt. I don't know.
It was like they tried to put it in a spot where no one was. I mean, I could see what they were trying to do, but execution wasn't real well.
Nope, and it will be a penalty.
Official will tell us here what's going on.
Free kick violation, kicking team, kick out of bounds, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So that's a 5-yard penalty, and the Hornets will have it at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 now. They lead by 12. Williams at quarterback, Hoover to his right. He motions to his left and then back across to the right. He'll get the handoff, has some room to run there. He's hit and thrown down after a gain of about 4. It'll be a 2nd and 6 on the way. I'd love to know how many yards he has this evening.
If I get a chance, I can maybe check here. I'm going to guess he's in the 130-ish.
You know, I was going to say the 130, so we'll see how close we are as Hornets line up with trips here on the near side. And Hoover's going to get it. He's still on his feet, pushes his way across the 50, down inside Golden Tide territory. He'll have enough for a first down, and I bet that takes him up into the 140s. We're just going to keep track of it from here, and we'll see how close we are. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Definitely going to take their time here on offense. No need to rush. Norris comes down here to the near side. I formation for the offense. Hoover gets it. He's going to have 10 or more yards. And that'll give him right around 150 yards on the game.
Nope, I can tell you exactly what that'll give him.
Okay, here we go.
I want to know.
I want to know.
How many did he get there? About 13?
I would say about 13, yes.
That's an even 200 for him this evening.
Wow. 200 yards on the ground for Vinny Hoover.
Before that play, it was 187. So
unreal performance. And I think I might know what this next play is going to be. Williams under center.
Oh, no, fullback dive. Okay.
And the ball's on the ground. It's going to be a turnover. The Golden Tide defense fell on that ball. Ha! What a change of events there. And now, the Golden Tides are going to have the ball after just driving down the field, and they're going to have a chance.
Cut it to a one-score game if they can score.
I'm being told that there's no audio on the live stream.
Did you tell?
I don't know how that would be possible. But nonetheless, I'm just going to keep talking. So 1st and 10 play here. As we try to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure I just heard some feedback there of you saying I don't know how that's possible.
Okay, so I think we're getting that figured out. 2nd and 5. All kinds of exciting things happening up there.
So that apparently you got a text.
No, I
was. Deep pass.
And it's going to be
50,
a jump
50,
ball.
I think 50, that's 50. Us.
That is an interception. Wow.
He was on the inside of that receiver. He couldn't have picked that anywhere else because that guy was above him by a foot and a half. What a play.
What a play by number 24, Bobby Hess. Wrestled that ball away from the receiver. And that's the 8th turnover, right? I believe that's the 8th turnover of our game now.
Yeah, you may be right.
I believe that is the case.
It doesn't seem like that many, but
no, they had.
That's because we go interception usually.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
Hoover gets it. He's up over probably right around 212 yards rushing now. I mean, I get you don't want to become one-dimensional, but when you got 212 yards on the ground, you can be one-dimensional. It's just fine. Keep handing the ball off to number 36 here, as you now have an opportunity to go down and basically put this game out of reach with the score here.
I just got a text, too, about no audio, so I'm not sure. We may be doing exactly what we said, just talking to each other.
First down play.
I'm being told we are good.
Yep, I'm being told we're good too from multiple people at home. Thank you for everyone reaching out. Not sure what that was. I was going to say I know I didn't change anything out here, but
we will tell you missed probably some of the best commentating of the year. That's a comment I made. I did a district game there about 2 or 3 years ago, and
it was 2021.
First 2 minutes of the second half, I mean, I had some great calls, and my mic wasn't on.
As we have a 2nd down play here, screen to Norris. He has some blockers out in front of him.
Keep a hold of that ball.
And he does just that. Never brought down. And he'll be across the 40 for a 1st down. As the text messages come rolling in now for me. We can hear you. I can hear you. We got audio. I appreciate all of the feedback.
Yes. Thank you, Perry Smith.
We are about.
Alan Boyer, thank you. We can hear you. Good.
I'd like to thank both my parents and Jeff Henser.
Yes, Jeff Henser texted me as well.
That's awesome. Appreciate it.
Fan shout-outs tonight.
Rand under center there at quarterback. He hands the ball off to Hoover, and boy, wow, awkward-looking tackle. And that's not a good sign. We have a Golden Tide defender slow to get up. He does get up. He's going to stay. He wants to stay on the field, but he's being told to get off. And so we're going to have, I believe, a 2nd down and 9. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Hornets lead by 12. All right, now we're ready to go here. Feel like we got all those problems out of the way.
I did get a text back from Jeff, though. So I don't know if we'll penalty on the
play as another insanely tough run from Hoover. I mean, his shirt was about 3 yards behind him as he was running. We'll see what this penalty is. Offsides might be the call here.
I don't know, but they threw that flag 70 feet in the air.
Offense, 5 players in the backfield, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still second down.
Not sure if you heard the first part of that call at home. As I said, I was staying away from the audio board. Well, I need to be near the audio board because that is my job. Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield on the offense. And after the official threw the flag 70 feet in the air, the other official threw it back to him, and it was about a 4-foot throw, and he left it short. I don't know if anyone at home saw that, but honestly, it kind of made me laugh. You did see it at home. If you saw it in time, it was about a 3-yard throw. He left it short, and the other guy had to pick it back up off the ground. So after the illegal formation call, we have a second and 14. And Rand at quarterback, he's keeping himself all the way here. Makes a man miss, has a blocker on the outside.
Nice run.
Lowers your shoulder.
Nice run.
He is hit and brought down right outside of the 20-yard line. I think he'll spot him at the 21. Enough for a first down. An excellent run there from Rand, who started the season at quarterback and was relieved of his starting duties fairly early on in the year. He's remained a big part of this offense, however. It's good to see him getting some snaps here. I'd have to guess here, though, he's going to hand this ball off to Hoover. It's been too long. He needs it. And there he gets it again. Makes a couple men miss. He stood up. He'll gain about 2 on the play. That's got to be about close to 220 now, I think.
There is a iPhone that was found up at the broadcast booth. If you lost your phone, please report the broadcast booth. If you lost your phone, please report the broadcast booth.
Second down and 8. Lost iPhone here at Juniata Valley. No one at home cares about that, but if you are texting someone and they're not answering, there is a chance it's their phone up here in the booth with us as Hoover gets the handoff. He's down inside the 15 to 14-yard line.
Number 36, Vinny Hoover again on the carry for the Hornets. Run down the play by number 25, Samuel Gustafson. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Hornets.
Under 3 to play now in the third quarter. Under 15 to play in the game. A slow beginning to this second half, plagued by countless turnovers. But the clock's been rolling here as the Hornets drive, looking to put another score up. That's Hoover with it. He's going to have a first down inside the 10. It'll be just inside the 10 or right at the 10-yard line. Should bring up a 1st and goal. And it will be a 1st and goal.
Hoover takes the ball to about the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Hornets.
Trips on the far side. Neary, Hoover, and Dick. Near side, Smith. Hoover in the backfield, Rand under center. Rand takes it, hands it to Hoover. He'll get about 2 on the play, maybe 3. We'll see where they spot him. They'll give him a good 3 yards. The ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line.
Sounded like a law firm there, Neary, Hoover, and Dick, from the law. Those injured in an accident.
We had that a couple weeks ago, too, and I can't remember what those names were. I think it was on the Hornets as well. It was 3 names in a row. It might have been like Hoover, and someone else.
Right,
I think
right.
that's what it was. And Dick Neary and Hoover on the far side. Rand takes it. He's keeping it himself. Lowers his head. Gets a good push. Down inside the 5 he goes. Hornets look to hurry up. Third and goal from about the 2. Right to the line. Hoover under center. He takes it. He pushes. He's close. Waiting for the signal. And there it is. The touchdown for Vincent Hoover.
So, J-Max, that's what we missed on the second touchdown.
That is what we missed.
We looked up to see a quarterback sneak, but Hoover was under center. So,
makes a lot more sense now after seeing that play.
Which, you know, I'm going to classify that as a quarterback sneak.
That is a quarterback sneak, absolutely.
Even though running back was under center.
And now we have number 5, Nate Rodkey. He's going to attempt the kick. Rand in there to hold. Norris to snap. Late substitution here.
Play clock's very beneficial.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. First made extra point of any kind this evening. That'll give us a unique score of 25-6 in favor of the Hornets. They go up 3 scores, and they will kick the ball off back to the Golden Tide with under a minute to play in the third quarter. If this was an NFL game, I would be checking the Scoregami Twitter account.
Here we go.
I'm big into it. I like that. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm sure this has happened numerous times, probably here at this field. Those of you unfamiliar, a Scoregami is a unique final score total in the NFL game. Something that...
Now, was that made famous by the Red Zone?
I'm not sure.
That's the only place I've heard it.
Well, that's not where I was introduced to it, but obviously I was probably late to it. I know there's over 1,000 unique final scores in NFL history. I may or may not have watched a few YouTube videos about this in my free time that I don't seem to have, as kickoff is taken and hit hard there. That's Logan, I believe that's Logan Hoffmaster. And that is Logan Hoffmaster on the tackle. Number 3, Lincoln Hoyt on the return. I'm actually being told now that the audio has been perfectly fine this whole time. So you didn't miss anything, which is wonderful. You did get to hear us panic for about a minute of gameplay. I shouldn't say us panic. I was a little panicked because I didn't know what I did wrong. Turns out, didn't do anything wrong.
So, J-Max, I'm not sure if you're hearing this, but those things they were just throwing into the crowd, they're little squeakers.
I can hear that now. To be honest with you, I didn't hear it over my headphones. I have it turned up. And there's a tip.
Oh!
That's
unbelievable.
And he's going to walk into the end zone with a
play.
pick 6.
Good for him. Good for him.
Taking a look here at the replay, that ball was tipped by someone coming up through the middle, and Rand takes it into the end zone with a 27-yard return. 31-6 our score now. And Nate Rodkey set to attempt another point after. He's 1 for 1 on the evening. Pick 6 recipient Rand set to hold. Snap is good. Hold is even better. And the kick is good. And so now we have a score of 32-6, which, whether it's true or not, sounds least likely to be a scoregami. I feel like that's more of a normal score. Is it actually? No clue. Well, I'm going to say it now. We have a blowout here at Juniata Valley. 32-6 our score with under 45 seconds in the third quarter.
By the way, it was the third quarter when it was still 18-6.
Yes.
And we're still in the third quarter, and now it's 32-6. So
yes. Hornets have scored 14 points in about the last 16 seconds or so of actual game time, I believe.
Yeah, it's pretty close there.
Nice shot there of the Hornet crowd.
Listen, I don't know if you saw the sideline when Rand scored, but everybody was pumped up. They ran down there. That was a good play. Like I said, he deserved it.
That he did, as Dick's kick sends Hoyt back, and Hoyt who hasn't really had much success returning anything this evening. Credit to the special team of the Hornets. I might be mistaken. I don't think they've really made a mistake this evening.
They had one good return, if you remember. He cut back against. They had the coverage. There was like 6 Hornets right there, and then he cut back across the grain, and they couldn't catch up.
That's right.
But other than that, yeah, you're exactly right. It's been
and a lot of
coverage.
opportunities, too. It's not like it's just been a few opportunities. They've done pretty well all night. And another tip ball.
Oh, my gracious.
Boy, Rand, guess who was standing right there? Number 3, Jet Rand, right there. He was.
Oh, I don't like.
He was close. That was a poor decision there.
It almost looked like he was going to try to throw it backwards, and then it got tipped and went forward. That was just terrible. They look a little dejected right now.
I would agree.
It's just they got a different demeanor about themselves.
As it cools off significantly here at Juniata Valley. Actually getting a little cold out here, not going to lie. As Dunn looks to pass, nothing open downfield. He takes off. He's going to be stood up and brought down after a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
I don't know if you noticed that, but he pulled a spin move before anyone was near him.
Almost like you're playing Madden and you hit the
yes,
wrong button.
Yes, exactly.
He rolls out, dumps it off, and that pass will fall incomplete as the buzzer sounds for the end of the third quarter. Once again, homecoming night here at Juniata Valley. The seniors for this Hornet team walk off the field here at the end of the third quarter as they prepare for their last quarter of play at their home field. Other than a barrage of turnovers, the Hornets have played really well this evening. They really have. There hasn't been a ton of penalties. We've had weeks here in the past where the penalties were the issue. A couple turnovers, like I said, but defense was able to stand up and make all those get all those turnovers right back.
What a difference 18 seconds made. Like I said, the Golden Tide looked dejected, and the Green Hornets they're ready to. It's like it's the 2 minutes into the first quarter.
It's hard not to be excited. I mean, it's the end of the third quarter, 3/4 of the way through this game, and Vincent Hoover has somewhere around 220 yards rushing. Defense has 4 turnovers, a couple turnover on downs. And now they have a 4th and 6 here. And they will elect to punt here. And it's going to be, oh boy, that was close. There comes a flag. Here comes a flag. They ran into him. Not sure if you saw that at home, actually, but.
They touched him, and then he flew like 7 yards.
Yes,
combination of
yep.
running into and some good acting.
Coach Musser is looking for a tip ball, which would negate that, but that's not the case. That ball came out clean. Still waiting to hear the official call here.
They're giving him the personal foul by the way they marked it off and where the chain gang.
Moved it already.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Automatic first down, 15-yard penalty.
So, roughing the kicker there, it's 15-yard penalty. It's automatic first down. So now the ball will be spotted at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Trips here on the near side. Dunn drops back to pass. Nothing open. He dumps it off. Hit hard as the intended receiver by who else but Vincent Hoover. That was Butler on the reception. He's sore, to say the least.
Yeah, it's good to see some good hits instead of missed tackles.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 now.
Receivers are walking to their positions. Of course, they could be conserving their energy, right?
That is probably exactly what they're going to say that they did. And Dunn pushed out of the pocket. He is met by Dick.
Oh,
there's a flag. Yep.
Second.
Pence protecting his quarterback there. Poor decision.
I don't know. That's not going to be on JV. I don't think.
Hornets think it's on them. And I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree as well.
That's Camden Dysert who believes it's on him, but boy, they're talking like it's on Juniata Valley. If that's the call here, I mean, if it's on both of them, okay. Officials are discussing. Here's the call.
There are 2 flags. Personal foul, illegal helmet contact on the defense. That penalty is a 15-yard live ball foul. We have a dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
He said defense, meant offense. So that ball should be spotted.
Right where it's at.
Right where it was. So if you missed that call, I think it was mostly came through the broadcast there, but we have an illegal hit to the head. That would be probably, I'm assuming, called on Camden Dysert, which is why he was upset with himself. Good to see him upset with himself. So, you know what I mean? Like, he took ownership of that. And then a late, unnecessary roughness, right? A late shove. That would be on number 5, Andrew Pence, on the offense. So when it's all said and done, we should have a 2nd down. I don't believe there's a loss of down there.
Oh, no, there will be a 1st down, though.
Well, the hit to the head is an automatic 1st down, correct?
Right.
So that is an automatic 1st down.
So the ball didn't move, though.
Ball didn't move, automatic 1st down.
For the live ball foul, the spot. The dead ball foul was enforced from that spot, and it'll be 1st down, White.
There, he went white instead of offense or defense. Keep himself safe.
So they're not offsetting penalties because it does benefit the offense here as they get the 1st down instead of being 2nd down. So it's 1st and 10.
But no net yardage, which is good.
Right. Now he has some time to run around here. Dunn. He's still looking downfield. He throws it. It's Never mind. Never mind. Wow.
Once again, my commentating was.
Hoover almost took it. He had some room to run there. I'd like to think he'd make a man or two miss, but I think he was thinking that himself before he got a hold of that ball.
Yep, he left her there. That's how it happened.
So after all this mess, we'll reset the game here. We got 10:52 remaining. Hornets lead 32-6. Golden Tide have it 2nd and 10 on their own 47. Trips here on the near side. Dunn with a man to his right is Pence. He rolls to his right, dumps it off, and it's out of the reach of number 3, Lincoln Hoyt.
So that pass in the flats, they hit there a couple times, I think at the end of the first half with some success. Well, that time, pretty good coverage there.
They hit that as well. Their what would be, I guess, their second drive of the second half when they got their 6 points. They were hitting that play too.
That may be actually when it was.
Well, I think they.
Don't forget, I'm old. I can't remember stuff.
I'm going to tell you, you're right here. But if you remember, they were having success on that last drive, and then they threw that interception when you called it.
Yes.
You called that interception.
Yeah.
They were having success on that play. Dunn looks to run the same play here. He's being chased. Throws backside to Pence.
How is there not illegal men downfield?
That's a good question. I mean, there is a man 12 yards down the field, I'd say. I'm not joking. I think he was about 12 yards down the field. Look at the replay. They had 3 men beyond.
I think that's
legal.
why our defense fell down, because they just took off. The offensive lineman just got out of dodge. Pulled the old Olay on them.
Yeah. There were 2 offensive linemen 11 yards down the field before that ball came out. But nonetheless, 2 men on the far side, 2 men on the near side. Dunn looks to pass, 4th and 4, and it's going to fall incomplete. It's going to be a turnover on downs. That was a very chaotic drive, unnecessarily, because it yields in a turnover on downs. And so the Hornet offense will take over with 10:05 on the clock with a 32-6 lead. Ball will be spotted on their own 47-yard line. If I'm not mistaken, I think the PA announcer announced that at 46. I like the 47. I think that's a 47 there.
I'm sitting right here, and it's 47 all day.
I agree with the.
And I'm looking right at it,
I
right
agree
down
with-
the line.
I agree with you and the clock operator. Trips here on the near side. Rand at quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off to guess who? Number 36, Hoover. He has some room to run, and he's brought down. There his jersey's ripped again. That's good to see. Makes him look a little tougher. Another first down run, about a gain of 11. What a night. What a night from Vincent Hoover. He's made some plays on the defense as well, but he's got to be pushing around that 230 mark, I'd say. Can't believe we were off by about 70 yards earlier in this second half. It's funny how we both thought it would be around 130. Nope, he was about at 180 at the time. He lines up behind Rand, trips on the far side. Hoover, lone man on the near side, and Hoover gets it. Oh, he's hit. The ball comes out. That's a fumble. Hoover is really upset with himself. It's going to be a turnover. I'm not sure how many times I can say there's a turnover on the play, but I'm running out of ways to word that. The unfortunate mistake there from Hoover after I just, said about how great a night he was having, and he still is having a great night. That's not going to take away from that. But now the Golden Tide have it 9.5 to play. They still trail 32-6, and we will await the next turnover because there will be one coming as the ball is handed off to Hoyt. He has some room to run. He's tripped up. Nice open field tackle there by Smith. He'll gain about 7, 2nd and 3 as it really cools off here at Juniata Valley. It's either really cooling off or I'm just really weak. Maybe a combination of the two.
Combination of both, I'd probably say.
Doesn't help the fact that I'm standing in the doorway. I don't need to be. I could close the door. I don't need it open. As Dunn gets it off. Oh, incomplete. Definitely forward. Good clean hit there from Bo Hoover coming in. Unnecessary hit, but.
That's one of those ones where maybe if he's looking up, he wasn't there in time to pick it off, but you could tell he was concentrating on trying to lay that kid out. Or at least let him know he's there.
And after that, ball falls incomplete. 3rd and 3 now. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this evening on what will be the last Juniata Valley football broadcast of the season. They will be broadcasting volleyball and and then in the basketball season, they will be with you. As we almost have a sack, he gets it off, and it's almost intercepted. Poor angle there from Hoover leads to an incompletion.
Tell you what, the quarterback, that was amazing. He got that off. I mean, it wasn't the best decision necessarily, but
no, and it was decently accurate. It wasn't crazy off, but the fact that he got that somewhat in the right position was impressive. But 4th down, they try to avoid another turnover on downs. Trips on the near side. Dunn with a man to his left, lone man on the far side. Dunn takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself all the way. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's eventually brought down inside the 40, down around the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Golden Tide. Smith on the tackle once again. Said his name a couple times this evening.
little shout out to the seniors here over the PA announcement.
Handoff here for the Golden Tide offense. Hard run there from number 25. I'm not sure what's going on. There's a lot of carrying on somewhere. I'm not getting up to check it out, but I'm assuming everyone's okay. And once again, big shout out to all the seniors. Bo Hoover, Logan Brantner, Lucas Dick, Levi Thompson, trying not to miss anybody, Vincent Hoover, Zach Dick, as the Golden Tide looks to throw the ball, and it's dropped. Had a man open, and it was dropped. Sam Parks, JPSB, Camden Dysard. I believe that's all the seniors. Big shout out to them as they wrap up their
Flag
last
on the play.
Game here at AR Simpkins, and we do have a flag on the play. Nice graphic there from our HornetTV crew. Great season produced by them. Big shout out to everyone involved, including the 2 band members that come up here. They race in and race out. Very impressive on their part.
Unsportsmanlike, White, number 72, 5th penalty. The down will count it as 2nd down.
15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct against the Golden Tide. Definitely not what they wanted to see there. Some frustrations coming out. But as I was saying, big shout out to everyone involved here producing at HornetTV. Definitely not what you want to see, having our main channel taken down, but they were able to get the 2nd channel fired up. Hopefully this is temporary. I hope to be joining back with you next year if they ask me back on the main HornetTV channel. They are not giving up hope on that, as the Golden Tide have a 2nd and 25. Dunn looks to pass. He throws one deep. He has a man that was open, not open anymore. Pass will fall incomplete. Good coverage there from number 6, Dalton Wyrick. The 5'5" sophomore.
Yeah, good coverage.
So now it's 3rd and forever. And I can't say enough at how impressive this setup is here in the booth for all this broadcasting equipment. If you would have told me even 3 or 4 years ago that it would be anything like this, I would have not believed you whatsoever. As the crowd gets eerily quiet there for a moment. That's just not going to work. It hasn't worked all night, and it does not work now. It's now going to be 4th and forever.
Number 10 down on the QB keeper, on number 3, Jim Rand, and number 56, Logan Hartman.
So 4th down. And they're going to punt the ball here.
Trent Vaughn and the Cincinnati LLC for the generous donation. Sort of the new play clock at the north and south end there. Thank you, Trent Vaughn and Cincinnati LLC.
That's Pence. He gets a punt off. It'll bounce inside the 15, and it'll roll out of bounds.
Like at the 2.
Wow. From here, it looked like it was at the half-yard line, but right inside around the 2-yard line.
Maybe the 1.
Andrew Pence punting for the Golden Tide. Punt goes
That was a great punt. Can't overstate that. That was an excellent punt. That'll back the Hornets up, but you keep handing that ball off to number 36, give him another 98, 99 yards of rushing here on this drive, run some clock off, and we can get out of here with a big win. That would move the Hornets to 3-5. Curwensville trying to avoid falling to 2-6. Sorry about it, I'm calling it here. There's no chance they are going to be 2-6. Hoover in the backfield. He will assumingly get the ball. Couldn't see it from my angle, but he did. He'll give him some breathing room. Gain 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. Big shout out to the Curwensville band. Excellent performance at halftime. Second and 8. Hoover gets a handoff from Williams. Not too much doing for him there. He'll gain about 1. We'll call it 3rd and 7, I believe. Some Golden Tide defenders, man, they're getting up slow.
Most of their jerseys are eerily still pretty white. I don't know if that's any indication of how the game's gone.
Yeah, because I would say, from the looks of it, it's all starters in there. Hoover in the backfield. 3rd and short, 7.
Oh.
And there's movement.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 or so.
Encroachment. Defense. Made 3rd down.
I'm not sure if the official was looking for a number to give it on
Well,
the defense, or he was looking for the down.
Yeah, I think he wanted to see if it was going to give him a 1st down. Or not.
Okay, yeah. That makes more sense.
And he saw it wasn't going to, so remains 3rd down and about a 1, which is better than 3rd and 6 or 7.
It's been a well-officiated game.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
We've had worse.
Oh, this isn't going to.
Hoover tries to cut back toward the center of the field, but that almost never works, and it doesn't this time. So it's going to be 4th and short. Punt team will come on for the Hornets. 4th and about 5. Lost more yards, actually, than I thought he did.
Yeah.
I thought he got up the field a little bit more. So Zach Dick will set up. No one back deep to receive right now. But no worries, late substitution for the special team group on the Hornets.
What do you think about a fake punt here?
Well,
it's just crazy enough. It may work.
you might get some boos from the
Yeah.
opposing side, which I'm okay with. I mean, to be very clear, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I don't think. Great punt, great roll, great coverage. No other way to say it.
This poor number 3. Who is this from Curwensville?
That's Lincoln Hoyt,
Boy,
sophomore.
he's taking some hits tonight for sure.
That is.
He will
That
be
is
sore
very
tomorrow
true.
morning.
I mean, I like the decision for them to pick that ball up, but at the same time, there's two Hornets standing right there in front of them.
I'd like to remind everyone to please take a moment to gather your trash and take it with you as you leave the stadium. Let's keep our home field looking great and show our pride for our school. Thank you for your cooperation and your continued
1st and 10 from about the 49-yard line of Curwensville. Have a chance to try to get another touchdown on the board as Dunn rolls out. He has a man coming behind him. He doesn't throw it and is hit from 3 different directions and is brought down. Shout out to Scotty Imler on the sack. The 5'5" junior on the sack. So 2nd and 15. Ball's handed
Oh,
off,
hit
and
fumble.
it's a fumble. Ripped it out of his hand. I think that's Vincent Hoover with it. That's who has it. And he is brought down inside the 35 around the 30-yard line. What a game from number 36, Vincent Hoover. The senior having himself a day here on what will be his last game played on this field. What a performance. If we get a chance there, I'd love to know how many yards he has on the ground now, just to give him some credit. He lines up at tailback. Williams at quarterback. 3 men here on the near side. Norris, lone man on the far side. And guess who gets it? Hoover, he's trying to bounce it outside. He lowers his shoulder. He stays on his feet. And he's down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line.
A man possessed.
He's got to be around that 240 mark. That's what I'm predicting. 2nd and 2 now. I mean, I appreciate them calling plays, but everyone knows what's happening on this play. Some form, somehow, number 36, Vincent Hoover, is going to have himself another carry. Trips go out to the far side. That's Norris, Hoover, and Dick.
Okay, good
nice.
recovery.
Nice cut. Lowers his shoulder. We'll take it. We will take it. Loss of a few. All that does there is gives Hoover a chance to get a few extra yards.
I like your positivity.
That's the Madden player in me coming out, right? Your back is having himself a day, but you need him to have a better day.
So you take a couple yard loss.
Yep. All intentional, all intentional. And here comes the under center formation, power formation here. Hoover's going to get the ball here. I'm going to predict on the right side. And that is the case. He has a hole to run into. He'll gain a few back. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1. Yeah,
He's going up under center.
you're gonna go for this in this case. Hoover.
Is he under
Who
center?
else? Under center. He takes it. Quarterback sneak. Wow. He's shaking his own head. He has no idea how that's so easy. He'll have enough for a first down. 97 seconds remain for these seniors on this field. Definitely not the successful season that they've wanted to have, but what a great way for them to end their career at Juniata Valley's home field with a blowout win over the visiting Curwensville Golden Tide. Any chance we can get a yard count here?
I will try what I can do.
Once again, big shout out to the Hornet TV crew for producing such a wonderful broadcast all season long. And shout out to everyone watching at home. You guys are the reason we do this. Hoover gets it again. He's going to have right around the first down. No, he'll be about a yard short. And he's going to probably get the ball one more time. Well, nope, here he comes. Standing ovation should be in order for him. And so Hoover comes off. That is number 24, Bobby Hess, on the field. And so our last play here, Williams at quarterback.
They're going to have to run one more.
And it's going to be a kneel down from Damian Williams, and that will end our ball game. Final score, 32-6.
I'm hearing 287.
287's what we're going to roll with. 287 yards on the ground from Vincent Hoover on what will be his last game played here at A.R. Simpkins Memorial Field. Once again, I'd like to thank the entire Hornet TV crew for a wonderful season of broadcasted games. I'd like to thank everyone for having both Tony and I broadcasting and commentating these games. It's been a blast.
Yes.
And big shout out to those seniors here on homecoming night at A.R. Simpkins Memorial Field. For one last time here at home, J. Max Early signing off. Have a good evening.
See ya.
So how do you guys use Hornet TV?
We watch our volleyball games and football games.
I watch HornetTV to watch basketball highlights.
Well, I'm on the wrestling team, so when you guys record our matches, that's one of the only ways I have to go back and review matches for future reference.
As a member of the band, it's a good way for my family members who can't always make it to my performances.
I use HornetTV to watch basketball games and volleyball games.
I like to see how much I improved.
I use it to watch football and wrestling.
I use it to watch football and basketball.
Why do you think Hornet TV is important for the community?
Whether it is athletics or whether it's a graduation ceremony or a choral performance, it's a way that we can reach out to people who can't come here face to face.
These streams are really useful to a lot of people to help people that can't see them if they're not there.
Students, student athletes, our school district to communicate with the public, with other school districts, to showcase the talents, the abilities of all of our students.
Students in the community are able to support athletes.
Awesome. Does anyone else in your family use it?
I have a sister that lives about an hour and a half away. She watches most of the football games. As being the head football coach, she wants to support the program.
My parents and my uncle.
My parents use it and my grandma uses it.
I have my mom who has some health issues, isn't always able to get to the game. She watches it.
I learn a lot of really great things in this class, and HornetTV is a way for me to apply the skills I've gained to the real world.
As you can tell, Hornet TV is very important for our community in Juniata Valley. YouTube, please bring our channel back.